This moment in time where our path has crossed and our destinies are now intertwined. I'm Elder Michael Johnson, and it's an honor to be in your presence. As I speak these words, I can sense the uncertainty in your hearts and many feeling this falling into this deep abyss where the truth seems to be inclusive. The darkness overwhelming, but fear not, you are not alone. You see, you are here for a reason, a purpose. You may not yet comprehend, but one has been calling out to you, urging you to seek the truth and wake up from your slumber that has held you captive. And yet, in this irony and this situation,
Shalom. This is Brother Paul with the King James Bible University, Nassau, Bahamas. And today's teaching is titled, Hear ye the words which the Lord speaketh unto you, O Israel, O house of Israel. But before we get started with this teaching, this is a public announcement. We here at the King James Bible University and the house of the Lordship of Israel are not and will not ever be affiliated in any way, shape, form, or fashion with any Christians, camps, or any religious group. So brothers and sisters, grab your Bibles and the necessary tools that is needed to take notes. All through this book, we are given warnings. This sound is being blown by the messengers of Jehovah. However, some of us choose not to listen to the sound. We choose to walk in the manner of the nations by not giving ear, listening, and obeying what is required of us, when clearly we are not to learn from the heathen, but we like to follow the things that don't concern us. The things that we should be concerned about, we turn away from. So from here, let's run to Jeremiah chapter 10, and we'll be reading verse 2. Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Thus said the Lord, the Spirit of God, learn, study, understand not the way, the custom, the manner of the heathen, the Gentile, the unbeliever, and be not dismayed afraid, discouraged at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed, they are terrified, troubled at them. The reason why we are not to learn of this, because that way is polluted, adultery, corrupt, unclean unto you. So from here, let's run to Leviticus chapter 20, verse 23. And ye shall not walk, journey, observe in the manners, the way, the practice of the nation which I cast, dispose, remove out before you. For they committed, they revealed, they practiced all these things, and therefore I abhorred and despise, reject them. From here, let's run to Malachi chapter 1. And we'll be reading from verse 7. Malachi chapter 1, verse 7. Ye offer me polluted, defiled, corrupted bread, doctrine, upon mine altar, an offering table. And ye say, wherein have we polluted thee? And that ye say, the table, the abundance of all things of the Lord is contemptible, vile, disgrace. From here, let's run to Leviticus chapter 18. And we'll be reading from 27. For all these abominations of the men of the land done, which were before you, and the land is defiled. Jump down to 30. Therefore shall ye keep mine ordinance, that ye commit not any of these abominable, excuse me. Let me read that over again. Therefore shall ye keep mine ordinance, that ye commit not any of these abominable customs which were committed before you, and that ye defile not yourselves therein. I am the Lord your God. So we aren't to be following the ways of the heathen, the unbelievers, the non-followers of Jehovah. But we want to go ahead and do what they are doing, offering up works of the flesh unto him, just like Cain did. And we know his offering was rejected. But we want to ask the question, how have we polluted him? Just how Cain got upset when his offering was rejected and getting jealous of his brother who was doing right. When we are supposed to be keeping these ordinances of Jehovah, not keeping the holidays, these abominable customs, we shouldn't be defiling ourselves, tottering around behind these heathens. The most recent holiday right around the corner. It's their favorite holiday, Christmas, the alleged birthday of Jesus, the man, a vessel, flesh. Everyone in preparation mode, cutting down, buying trees, spending excessive amount of money to buy gifts, lights, and all kinds of decoration. From here, let's run to Jeremiah, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, and we'll be reading from verse 3. For the customs, the tradition, the culture of the people are vain, empty, worthless. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with an axe. From here, let's run to Isaiah chapter 44, and we'll be reading from 12 to 19. They that make a graven image, false worship, image are all of them vanity, emptiness, fruitless. And their delectable things shall not profit, shall not benefit, and they are their own witness. They see not, nor know that they are, that they may be ashamed and disgrace. 10. Whom had formed a god, an idol, or a molten, a graven image that is profitable, useful, beneficial for nothing. 12. The smith, the craftsman, with the stone, with the tongues, both work it, labor, and the coals, the desire, the lust, and fashioned, they form it with hammer, influence, and strength, and the workman, and they work it with the strength of his arms, his power, his strength. Yea, he is hungry, and his strength, his might, his power fail it. He drink it, he learn it, he understand it. No water, no knowledge, and is faint, weak, overwhelmed, exhausted. 13. The carpenter, the craftsman, the workman, stretch it, he offer out his rule, his command. He make it, he mark it, he cite it out with a line, the doctrine. He fitted, he prepared it with planes, and he make it, he sign it out with compass, and make it after the figure of a man, according to the beauty of a man, that it may remain in the house. 14. He hewed him down cedars, and take it the cypress and the oak, which he strengthened it for himself among the trees of the forest. He planted it, and ash and the rain do it nourish it. 15. Then shall it be for a man to burn, for he will take thereof and warm himself. Yea, he kindle it and bake bread. Yea, he make it a good, he make it good, he make it a god and worship it. He make it a graven image and fall it down thereof. 16. He burneth parts thereof in the fire, with parts thereof he eateth flesh. He roasted and is satisfied. Yea, he warmed himself and said, Aha, I am warm. I have seen the fire. 17. and the residue thereof he maketh a god, even his graven image, he falleth down unto it and worship it, and prayed unto it, and said, Deliver me, for thou art my God. 18. They have not known nor understood, for he hath shut their eyes, their understanding, that they cannot see, and their hearts, the desires that they cannot understand. Growing up, we know many of us believed that Santa fraud was flying around the world at night, just dishing out gifts to children who were good, believing that if we left cookies and milk on the table near the tree, he would come and take a bite of the cookie and have a few sips of the milk. But then there were also some of us, including myself, whom knew that it was in fact our parents who were buying the gifts for us and just attending the events for the gifts and the food. I hated going to church, but my parents pushed me to go. But when Christmas time comes around, I never miss going to church just because I knew they were giving out the goodie bags. And I needed that little thing. But although I never believe in Santa, that doesn't take away the fact that I never considered what they were doing were wrong. I just went for what I could get. It was only until I got older I started to see otherwise. See, in verse 19, it says, the book of Isaiah, and none consider in his heart, neither their knowledge nor understanding, to say, I have burned part of it in the fire. Yea, also I have baked bread upon the coals thereof. I have roasted flesh and eaten it, and shall make the residue thereof an abomination. Shall I fall down to the stalk of a tree? From here, let's run to Jeremiah, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 4. They decked it with silver, words, betrayal, and with gold, worldly wealth. They fastened it with nails and with hammers, that it moved not. Oh, and from Halloween ends, everyone start feeling the festive all of a sudden. And before you know it, you see Christmas decorations in November saying they're getting in the holiday spirit. And they being putting up, excuse me, let me read that again. And they began putting up their trees and the decorations around their houses, Christmas decoration plastered all around the streets and on buildings, killing themselves, flocking into stores trying to buy gifts, or some as those prices drop. So brothers and sisters, let's look at this little short video.
There's nothing like the magic of Christmas, especially shared with family. Our home buzzes with excitement as we begin holiday preparations, transforming it into a festive wonderland. Each ornament tells a story, placed on the branches, reflecting the soft glow of string lights. Beneath the tree, wrapped presents promise, joy, and anticipation. The heart of our home, the kitchen, fills with aromas of holiday foods. Turkeys and hams emerge from the oven, promising a feast that brings everyone together. From stringing lights to arranging ornaments, every detail is a labor of love. The house comes alive, radiating cheerful holiday spirit. Candlelight flickers, casting glows, while soft lights create a magical ambience. These moments of warmth and beauty define our Christmas. This season is togetherness, laughter, and creating memories. Surrounded by vibrant colors and inviting atmosphere, our family celebrates the spirit of Christmas.
Oh, no.
I was talking to this guy who drive an ambulance. He told me people take out loans for Christmas, buying all kinds of decorations and gifts for family and friends to make it seem like they got it. But in actuality, they put so much pressure on themselves. Then after the holidays, when reality sets in, they end up being sent to the rehabilitation center. When they realize they have to pay all these loans and it's too much for them to bear, and they get all stressed out. Many even think about suicide and are sent for help, all because of this one holiday, the thrill, and the need to keep up with the Joneses. They were snared by the following. They are snared by following others, and they were destroyed by their own decisions. We are not to follow after them, but to take heed, because all of these are abomination to God. They only do this to show reverence and respect to their God, Satan, and the tree. Excuse me, let me read that over again. They only do this to show reverence and respect to their God, the idol, Satan, and the tree. From here, let's run the book of Deuteronomy. And we'll be reading 30 and 31. Take heed, observe guidance to thyself, that thou be not snared, trapped by following them. After that they be destroyed, ruined, wasted from before in the presence of thee, and that thou inquire, ask, seek not after their gods, their idols, saying, how did these nations serve their gods, their idols? Even so will I do likewise. 31. Thou shalt not do so unto the Lord, the Spirit of God, thy guide. For every abomination, most hated acts, the Lord, the Spirit of God, which he hated, he despised, have they done unto their gods, their idols. For even their sons, their servants, and their daughters, their offspring, they have burned, they consumed in the fire the desire of their gods, their idols. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 7. Be not ye therefore partakers with them. That's all I need from there. So, brothers and sisters, we know we are not to follow the ways of the heathen and not be partakers with them, because we don't have no power in this second death. So we have to get it right. So we have to get it together and get our house in order. Once we die, that's it. There's no going back and no opportunity to get it right. From here, let's run the Revelations chapter 20, and we'll be reading 6a. Blessed and holy is he that had part in the first resurrection. On such the second death had no power. From here, let's run to 2 Kings chapter 20, and we'll be reading 1d. Thus said the Lord, set thine house in order. These things are an abomination to the Lord, the Spirit of God. These are most hated of him. So instead of investing time and money into these unprofitable things, we should be focusing on what thus said the Lord. From here, let's run to Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 1. Therefore, thou shalt love the Lord, the Spirit of God, thy guide, and keep his charge, and his statute, and his judgment, and his commandment always. Here, let's run to Leviticus chapter 22, verse 9. They shall therefore keep mine ordinance, lest they bear sin for it, and die. Therefore, if they profane it, I, the Lord, do sanctify them. Let's go stay in Leviticus, and we'll go to chapter 18, verse 26. Ye shall therefore keep my statute and my judgment, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of you own nation, nor any stranger that sojourn among you. From here, let's run to Exodus chapter 19, verse 5. Now therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. So we can clearly see what we supposed to be doing. The whole duty of man is to fear God, fear the Lord, and keep his commandment, not celebrating Christmas and following after the heathen and defiling ourselves, committing abominations and hated acts towards God. So we'll end with this final scripture, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the whole conclusion of the whole matter. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. So, brothers and sisters, this is the end of this teaching, and the hope is that someone gain an understanding. All praises to the Most High. Shalom.
There's nothing like the magic of
this moment in time where our path has crossed and our destinies are now intertwined. I'm Elder Michael Johnson, and it's an honor to be in your presence. As I speak these words, I can sense the uncertainty in your hearts and many feeling this falling into this deep abyss where the truth seems to be inclusive. The darkness overwhelming, but fear not, you are not alone. You see, you are here for a reason, a purpose. You may not yet comprehend, but one has been calling out to you, urging you to seek the truth and wake up from your slumber that has held you captive. And yet, in this irony